Hi, welcome to another video. My name is Tasha. I am the founder of Budget with Miss Kiff, and today we have a new layout. So if this is your first time tuning in, I'm a solo female van life. I'm living full-time in my van, and I am looking to get debt-free in the next 3 years. I do these videos to keep me accountable. So this is a way for me to just see my progress, for me to be accountable. And I must say, for the last month, I've been away. As you can see, I started posting videos and then I just stopped. So I was actually working on a campsite for 4 months. And the last time I posted, I was waiting on, 6 weeks of pay. So I only got paid like last week. And I'm so glad I did that because it landed up being to my benefit. But we're going to go through what I learned in the last month. I must admit, if I don't have a budget, then I don't function very well. So that's what I've learned, is that I need to budget at all times. I'm not going to lie, I didn't have the best month because there was just a lot of variables, and I must admit I did feel low. So I just felt embarrassed to record, really, and that's okay. Sometimes we do feel embarrassed, and that's okay. So the last time I video recorded is that I think I got an income in August this year, and we are now in the last week of September. So I actually under budgeted for the weekend that my niece and nephew came, and just overall I think I under budgeted. But something that was very unpredictable is that I had van mechanics. So I always knew that I had to spend money for the van. I think I was trying to save up to about £500. And actually, if I had just seen my mechanic, because I was working remotely and I wasn't in my area that I'm usually am, I actually spent £240 more. So I used some of that sinking fund to help me with a tricky situation. So thank goodness I had a sinking fund to help my van mechanics. I've now this week spent £500 towards van mechanics. So my total van mechanics is £740 that I've spent, and now I'm just saving to do more work. But I definitely going to sell the van soon and get a new van because this is just too much for me. At the moment, I've spent quite a bit of money over this year for van mechanics, and it's just not optimized, but I live in it, so I have to take care of it. Travel expenses, because I had to take the bus, and I was spending like £4 a day, which is a lot more than when you have a van. Another expense was my health. Even though both of these are investments, it's also an expense. I didn't really plan for my health. I actually put my health a little bit as far as possible. So what happened is I went to invest into a nutritionist, which cost me £88, and then I've just spent about £100 on supplements, and my whole diet has changed. So I've had to rethink my budget, of course, because now I've got the extra expense of health each month, and which is an investment because I need to take care of myself. I'll end up having a bit of high blood pressure, so that was a bit of a scare, but it's okay because we're working towards lower. I have managed to put money back into my sinking fund and a little bit more, so we're back on track. And also I paid off one of my debts, which is really cool. So I'm currently, just to let you know, I'm currently in my co-working space. So I have my own business and I freelance, but at the moment this is a low income and I'm on universal credit. So for instance, this is like my backup. So if I don't receive a payment on time from like freelancer life or business life, I don't receive payment, then I've got a contingency of like £340. So I've got a contingency of like, I think £340 if I don't make it, or I get paid late, basically, which is great. So that's my contingency. I currently get a low income from my self-employment, and then on the season, I just work for 4 months for a campsite, which that was just an extra side hustle to boost my savings, or to have that extra safety net when it came to my expenses like mechanics or health, right? So I did the right thing. So that's great. So I had that side hustle, but now I'm back to just building my business, which means even more than ever I don't have that extra side hustle income. So my main focus is now to generate more money within my business. So I'm back in my co-working space, so you'll see a lot more videos of me in this environment. I will try to get my affirmation cards in the studio next time, because I still got my crystals, I still got my affirmation cards. So if you've watched my previous videos, that's what I likely to do. And I actually do have my binder with me. I carry this all the time. So yes, also my travel plans have changed. So I no longer can go to South Africa, because as you can imagine, all the fees that was going to go to my mechanics could have gone towards a flight, which literally I could have bought a flight cash, but there's just not enough time for me to save and also be able to treat myself for that specific holiday. However, I have decided, instead of going to South Africa in December, I'm going to see if I can go away for my birthday, which is in February, to Thailand. So I'm going to see how much I can save by then to be able to go to Thailand, because again, I need to think of my health. So investing in like a yoga retreat, some massages, things like that would be absolutely perfect. But I have worked out my overall budget, and I need, so my goal for the next 6 months is to try to increase my income by £1,500, because that means I can pay off my debt within a year, I've calculated. Okay, so and obviously that is £1,500 plus, but that is basically very optimistic. Even if I increase my salary to an extra £1,500, that means I can be debt free between 1 to 2 years, which brings it down. So my whole important factor here is I have shifted my priorities. I made sure that I did calculations to understand what am I working towards, what do I always need to achieve a month, and I'm just going to keep you updated. So what videos you're going to see next is you're going to have my monthly income. We're going to have any bonus income coming in. We're going to have weekly unstuffing and stuffing videos. So I get to see what did I spend, what didn't I spend per week. Just that keeps me accountable too, which is important. And then we're going to also have every 3 months, we're going to have like a check-in where I'm going to look at how much have I saved. I'm going to have a monthly check-in, every 3 months check-in to see how much I've saved. So I must admit, what's not working for me is that I have my sinking fund is in a bank account with the most highest interest of savings, but I'm struggling to keep the money there, because obviously I see it and I'm like, I'll just transfer money in and out. And that was when I was under budgeting. So I've decided I have to open another savings account, which is with a bank account that I do not see at all. And this has actually got a higher interest rate, and I think I'm only allowed like 1 or 2 withdrawals. So I'm going to opt for that, because what is working for me is that I am saving really well in one of my accounts that I do not see, and you need like 24 hours notice to take the money out. So that is working for me. And there's 2 savings that I can't make any withdrawals until they become redundant, which is one is making redundant in November and the other one's redundant in next year, July. So for me, that is working for me. So that's what I've learned in terms of the last month. And I'm just, it's baby steps, and we just have to keep we're pushing forward. What I notice is that I'm very harsh on myself. So the lessons is learned is like, for this next 3 months, is that stick to a budget, work your hardest, make sure you take time out for yourself and nourish your soul, but also be kind to yourself. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to work towards now. So anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please support me by subscribing to this channel. It will really help me. I'm trying to get to my first 500 subscribers. And yes, if you watch till the end, leave a heart emoji in the comment section. Bye bye.